So you want to make Bible covers, fabric and ribbon Bible covers? That is exactly what we're going to do today. So in my shorts feed over the past few weeks, I asked you guys what you wanted to make in the next project here on the channel, and I gave you the choice of Valentine cards and Bible covers. Hey guys, so two things. So first of all, I want you to vote on what we're going to do over on long form videos next. So we can either do a Cricut craft, making like Valentine cards with our Cricut, or we can make a fabric Bible cover. So this is something that's been trending and I've been wanting to try this out. So fabric and ribbon, if you guys are interested in that, we can do one of those two up next. So vote and let me know. Okay, so you guys had the choice of Valentine cards with our Cricut or making a fabric Bible cover, and right now the poll is like overwhelming Bible cover. Actually, in my shorts feed, you guys voted overwhelmingly for Bible covers, but then I also asked in a poll on my YouTube community tab, and so over there you guys were a little more even. Now it did shake out that Bible covers were the ultimate choice overall, but I am going to also make Valentine cards, and we'll do that in the very next video. But for today, we need to gather some materials. So heading to the craft store, there's two things that I'm looking for. I want some beautiful trending fabric, something that looks like me personally. I'm looking for bee themed fabric, and I'm also looking for butterfly themed fabric. So the butterfly fabric is because it is a symbol of the resurrection. And then for the bees, Proverbs 24:13 basically uses honey as a metaphor for wisdom. And it says, "Eat honey, my son, for it is good. Honey from the comb is sweet to your taste. Know also that wisdom is like honey for you. And if you find it, there is a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off." And obviously, the Bible is the ultimate wisdom. So I just thought it would be beautiful if I could find a bee fabric. And so let's pop over to one of my favorite craft stores and see what they have. Okay, so here we are at Hobby Lobby. We are going to pop in and grab some fabric for our project. Let's go. Oh, I love all the holiday goodies right when you enter Hobby Lobby, but today we're going to have to skip over this and head to the fabric. Okay, so these are a few butterflies that I found, some really pretty things. I love florals too, but the butterflies, this one's so cute. And I love this one. I love black and white everything, always. But I think we're going to move on and look at a few other things like these stripes. I love my stripes. I love, again, black and white. But let's look for some bees. Oh, and this is something that another lady had picked up. These are all of her fabrics that she had left behind, but these were beautiful as well, especially heading into spring. But these are my bees. So I chose all of these different ones. I have to say I'm having a hard time choosing. So I love this one. I love this one. It has the honeycomb kind of undertone, a pink bee, classic yellow, and then another. All of these are just beautiful. And we have to look at ribbons, so I need some beautiful ribbon to go with this for the closure. This is bee themed, but a little too on the nose for me. I want something classic and something patterned. So let's see, I have these. Now this one is beautiful. This will be a great closure, but I love the stripes. So I just can't walk away from stripes. So a black and white stripe, green and white stripe. What do you guys think? My fabric has been cut, and look at these prices, guys. Look how cheap that was. The ribbon actually cost more than the fabric. Okay, so now that we've collected all of our materials, we are going to take another little road trip, and we are going to go to my mom's sewing room, and she's going to teach us how to make these Bible covers. She is a much better sewer than I am. She is the master level, and I am not. So we're going to learn this together. And okay, so let's go. Okay, so here we are at my mom's, and here are the materials that we're going to be using today. So I have my Bible, and as you can tell, it needs a cover. This Bible's really old, and I love it and use it a ton. So I just want something pretty to take it to church and protect it. And so here are the other things that we have. We have cotton batting, and I have two fabrics. I want to do an exterior and an interior color. I have two threads. Now you only have to have one as long as that one thread matches both fabrics, but I'm going to use this peach color on the bobbin, and then I'm going to use this white on the exterior. And I have two ribbons. Now I'm most likely going going to use this ribbon because I think it will just look absolutely beautiful with my bees. But I bought a second ribbon just in case. I like to have too much maybe. Okay, and then I have my rotary cutter and I have a mat to cut our material on. So the first thing that we want to do is we are going to iron. My mom says it's super important to iron your material before you get started and then to actually press each seam. But we're going to go ahead and get our material ready and we'll come back and cut. Okay, so now I've ironed the fabric and I purchased a 1/3 yard of both of these fabrics and then of the cotton batting. And my Bible is roughly 6.5 inches by 9. And so this is actually going to make 2 Bible covers. Okay, so now we've cut the fabric out 22 inches and I put the batting in between, and so we have 22 inches. So what we're going to do now is we want to take, isn't that gonna be cute? We want to take pins and pin it, and then we're going to actually take it over to the machine and quilt it. And I'm gonna do a diagonal. And so if you want to have a good guide, you could take a ruler and get a starting point. So maybe go in the center and mark one point, and then that way you could start on the machine and then do it all the way across. And I don't think I've showed you guys this yet, actually I haven't. But we created one, or we did one as a sample to make sure we knew what we were doing with you guys today. And so if you can see there, we quilted it. And so this was our test. It is so stinking cute. And this is going to be my mom's. But these are all the things that we're teaching you. And so we have like the little gusset down in the bottom. But again, we'll show you all that in just a moment. Okay, so here we are on my mom's faff, and we've gone ahead and done one strip. And so now we're going to keep sewing and quilt it all the way across on both sides. Okay, so now we have done the entire thing. I think it looks really great. What I want to do is I'm going to take the scissors and take off all these little edges, and then we are going to take it back to the cutting mat and sure up the fabric, meaning we're going to cut off these extras and get everything squared up and ready to go for making our actual cover. Okay, so here we are back on the cutting mat, and now we're just going to cut off some of our edges, and we want to make sure that we have at least 13.5 quilted, because when you quilt things, of course, it draws up just a little bit. We want to make sure that we have 13.5 inches and then 22 inches, and that's what we need for our project. So I'm just going to trim off some of these edges. Okay, so now with right sides together, we're going to take this to the serger and we're going to serge the left and the right sides. Now, if you don't have a serger, you can stitch around and then do a zigzag. So here we go. Okay, so now with the serger, we've stitched on both sides, and now we're going to serge all the way around the top. Okay, so now we're going to make a bottom to our bag, and so we're going to cut off 1 3/4 inch, 1 3/4 in a triangle. Okay, and so once you cut it, it actually looks like a square right out of the corner. Okay, so now we're going to stitch it and serge it. And if you don't have a serger, again, you can stitch it and then just zigzag with your machine. Okay, so now we have turned it right side out. And so this is what it's going to look like with the little bag. And so now we need to cut our ribbon, and you can cut it any length, but I think we're going to do 20 inches. And then we will trim it like this.
Okay, I cut this ribbon 20 inches. You find the center. I've marked the center. You put the ribbon on the inside, center it up with that. Then you fold it down about 3/4 or 1 inch. And bring the ribbon back up this way. So when you stitch, you're stitching all the way through the bag, all the way around, and you're stitching in the ribbon.
And so for the ribbon, you want to turn it over and then cut a triangle off the end. Okay, and so there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you learned a ton. I hope you guys will make your own Bible cover with a ribbon closure. And if for some reason you don't have the machines, but you would love to have one of these, you can pop over into my Etsy shop, and for a limited time, we are going to have these for sale in the shop. And we're even thinking about maybe doing a little monogramming on it too. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.